The United States called on Wednesday to UN Security Council decision in the war of Israel-Hamas. Because text did not respect Israel's right to defense. UN Ambassador Linda Thomas-Greenfield said, the United States was disappointed that this decision did not mention right to defense of Israel. Like every nation in world, Israel has right to defense itself, as reflected in Article 51 of Charter. Elçi added that, following the previous terrorist attacks of groups such as Al-Qaeda and ISIS, this text had confirmed this right again. This text had to do the same. He was only one against United States. But as one of 5 permanent members of body, he is considered veto as veto. The decision said that the Council firmly condemned all violence and hostility towards civilians, and all terrorism actions. The body said that Hamas rejected and condemned disgusting terrorist attacks of Hamas and received hostages, and also all the parties to fully comply with their obligations within scope of international law. Thomas Greenfield. U.S. President Joe Biden's release of hostages secure, spread and emphasize need protect the civilians in region that participated in diplomacy. He said we should allow diplomacy play. He said, the decisions are important and that Security Council should talk about. However, actions we do should be informed by facts on ground and support direct diplomacy efforts that can save lives. Council needs to do this right. Before vote in decision, members of Council voted for 2 proposed Russian changes. Both were rejected because they could not get minimum 9 yes votes. He tried to condemn. Russia's UN Ambassador Vassily Nebenzia said that the Brazilian decision to call for aid of humanitarian pauses would not help prevent the explosion that killed hundreds of people in a Gaza hospital on Tuesday. IDF blamed launch an unsuccessful Islamic jihad rocket because it caused hospital explosion, and aroused a lot doubt about number losses that convinced many allies, including US.Authorities said only hundreds and a doctor said he thought wages close to 250. Nebenzia. Members of Council who abstained or opposed changes voting against both US now in their own countries in region and people living under this fatal will have to take responsibility, said. After US decision veto, Nebenzia accused United States of hypocrisy and double standards and said that Americans did not want a solution in Security Council. The divided Security Council has become more polarized since Russia occupied Ukraine in February 2022 and reflected the votes for the Brazilian decision. Immediately after votes and speeches, the Council launched an emergency meeting to discuss explosion at Gaza Hospital.